Have you ever decided to change the way you do things and then find out it changes your life and you're not sure whether it's for the good or not? Well, this is that story. It all started with a broken slide. As you can tell, our living room slide is not out. I've been doing a lot of research on it and checking what could be wrong with it, and we finally come to the conclusion that it's broke pretty bad. The problem is that wall down here, this wall here, comes out about that far. When it does that, it just moves out, and then if you stop and move it back in here, it moves in. So something's broke. Take it out. Guys, as you can see, we've had a full day of travel yesterday, and today is May 13th. I'm sorry, take 3. Okay, everybody, we had a full day of travel in airplanes and going through airports and switching planes and everything yesterday. Today is May 12th, and we're in Boise, Idaho. We came out to help Anita pack a little bit, and then pick up another thing that we've got to take back home with us, and we'll show you that here. We'll show you that here in a second. So let's get to that. Yes, that's not our fifth wheel, and Miss Montana is up for sale. So if anybody wants a 305 RL 2017, let us know. We'll cut you a good deal on it. Everything's ready to go on that. But this is new to us. This is a 2016 Thor Windsport 34J. One great big slide on one side. It's a bunkhouse. We're going to turn the bunkhouse into an office, it looks like. And this belonged to some friends of ours' son who has to go overseas, and he had to get rid of it, so we got a heck of a deal on it. I think it's got like less than 13,000 miles on it, and it's ready to go. So we drove it yesterday for the first time, no problem. He has done the suspension where it's got the steering stabilizer on it. It's got roll bars, or suspension bars and stuff on it. He put a bunch of money in suspension. Man, it drives nice. It drives like a big truck, so it's no big deal. And we can't wait to get everything in here we need. But first, guess what? We have to get home. So we'll be leaving here tomorrow. Anita will be following us because they're moving back to Tennessee. She's going to be following along with her car full of stuff, and she's got the house all packed out for the movers to come whenever they get it sold. So this is going to be an adventure. We're going to be winging it, going east back to Tennessee. It'll probably take us 4 or 5 days. When we get back, then we're going to be doing a bunch of mods already. So stand by. We're going to have a series of modifications and upgrades to our new Thor Windsport. We'll see you down the road, guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. And I got a feeling it's going to be an interesting ride. So take care. Okay, here we go on our maiden voyage in our new motorhome. Again, that's a Thor 34J Windsport. So it's basically totally stock. That's why I didn't show you a whole lot about it. but when we get home we got a lot of mods and upgrades and stuff like that to do to it. It does have an upgrade for the suspension. It's got the steering stabilizer, which it drives really nice. I mean, it drives like just like my truck. And sway bars in the back and the front, and Alan had it really fixed up as far as drivability, but it's basically stock. As you can see, we're getting ready to go, getting it packed up. So we're heading today to Evanston, Wyoming. It's Monday, May 13th. We're hoping to be home by probably Friday, so that's about 4 nights out, 5 days travel time. So we'll see you then. We're going to do, we may give you a little glimpse of where we are on the way, but most of these places we've been before. But we will film here and there. I guess that's it. When we get home, we're going to start modifying it, and it's going to be a whole series of videos for the modifications of the new motorhome. So y'all take care. We'll see you down the road as down the road we go. Okay, it's May 16th, 2019, and we're in Nebraska City, Nebraska. And we haven't filmed too much of the trip, a little bit out the windows. Shirley's taking a little bit of video, but we've been staying at campgrounds we've stayed before, so there was no sense in filming those, because we're just trying to get home as quick as we can so we can start working on our new motorhome. But we did find a jewel in Nebraska City, Nebraska. It's called the Victorian Acres RV and Campground. What a beautiful place. And it wasn't too expensive. It was like about $33 or $34 for the night plus tax with Good Sam discounts. So we're going to give you just a quick look around. Well, as you can see, this is our pull-through site, and it was pretty nice. It was fairly level. We only needed one little square to get us up level. And the campground is really nice. It's got a lot of grass, and they just keep it mowed and looking good, and it's a great place to stop, and it wasn't that expensive. The only strange thing is the speed limit was 7.5 miles an hour. You do 8 and they'll kick you out. It's to keep the dust down and stuff, but it's a great park. There's a lot of pull-in spots up there on the hill in front of us to the right, and those are back-in spots, but there's pull-throughs all the way down through here. There are some permanent residents, but they keep their places looking nice, and we will definitely come back here again if we come through here. So again, this is outside Nebraska City, Nebraska. As we came out of Nebraska City, Nebraska, we had to cross the Missouri River into Iowa. It was completely underwater. There was water everywhere, All the fields were flooded, and we were really lucky just to get across the river. They actually had to lay more roadbed on top of the bridge so that it was above the water so we could get across there. It was a little scary for a while, but we just felt so sorry about all the farmers that not only were fields were under water by about 15 or 20 feet, but the silos that they had with their corn from last year had all busted open and the corn was spilling out into the floodwaters. We did feel bad for them, and nature sometimes can be a mighty beast. We were just lucky to get across that bridge and continue on our journey. Well, this is where the excitement has started to wear off on our trip. We were excited at first to get to the motorhome, but now we're having electrical problems. We're driving it through high winds and all this rain, and not sure if this water is going to come up and let us get through here, which, you know, is no fault of the motorhome, but with the high wind and storms coming, and we're just all over the road, not really knowing how to drive it, we're starting to wonder if this was the right decision to buy this. And then when we get home, we have even more problems. So come along for the ride as down the road we go, heading home. And stay tuned for the next episode of Oh No, We Bought a Motorhome. Thanks for watching Down the Road We Go. If you're new to our channel or you just want to make sure you see all our videos, make sure you click the little subscribe button on our logo. And make sure also you ring the little bell, and that way YouTube will notify you whenever we put up a new video. So thanks for coming along for the ride as down the road we go.